For 16 days, the Arizona desert has been methodically searched for any trace of Nancy Guthrie. K-9 units moved with deliberate precision. Drones traced the contours of the Catalina foothills from above, and helicopters swept the terrain with unblinking eyes. Investigators executed search warrants, questioned neighbors and acquaintances, and collected evidence from properties that stretch across a landscape both rugged and remote. Please like the video, subscribe to the channel, and don't forget to press the bell icon so you never miss any of our upcoming videos. Now, as the search enters its third week, the FBI has disclosed what may be the most consequential lead yet: a black glove found in a field approximately 2 miles from Nancy Guthrie's secluded home appears to match the gloves worn by the masked figure caught on her doorbell camera. Within that glove, investigators recovered DNA, traces of an unknown male, preserved in silence for weeks, waiting to speak. The significance of that genetic material is immediate and haunting. Could it reveal the person who took Nancy Guthrie from her bed in the dead of night? And if it does, will it happen in time for a woman whose very survival depends on medication she can no longer access? Preliminary results arrived from a laboratory in Florida, but they remain under careful review before entering CODIS, the FBI's national DNA database, home to millions of profiles, a vast archive of past lives intersecting with present investigations. Within this system, a match could yield a name in a matter of hours. Yet experts caution restraint. The glove was one among 16 collected recently. Many had been discarded by those searching the desert. Fragments of effort misattributed. This glove is different. Its form mirrors what was captured on surveillance footage, but resemblance does not equate to certainty. Linking a suspect definitively requires more than sight. It demands context, corroboration, and unbroken chains of evidence. Please like the video, subscribe to the channel, and don't forget to press the bell icon so you never miss any of our upcoming videos. Inside Nancy Guthrie's home, DNA has been recovered that belongs neither to her nor to anyone known to her household. Its location has not been disclosed. Unlike the glove, this evidence is inseparable from the scene itself, a silent witness to events that unfolded beyond observation. The glove, distant and isolated, must be carefully traced back through circumstance, a connection that can be questioned, that may falter under scrutiny. To grasp the weight of what these findings represent, one must return to the night Nancy disappeared. On the evening of January 31st, she traveled by Uber to her daughter Annie's home, arriving in the late afternoon. The 84-year-old spent the evening surrounded by family, playing cards, sharing conversation, and dinner ordinary moments, yet the last confirmed that she was safe. Later that night, at 9:45 p.m., she was driven back to her home in the Catalina foothills. The garage door opened at 9:48 and closed 2 minutes later. That was the last moment anyone can place Nancy Guthrie within the familiar confines of her life. Please like the video, subscribe to the channel, and don't forget to press the bell icon so you never miss any of our upcoming videos. According to Pima County Sheriff Chris Nanos, the moment the garage door closed that night marks the last confirmed instance of Nancy Guthrie safely within her home. Hours later, at 1:47 a.m., her doorbell camera, a Google Nest device without an active cloud subscription, disconnected. Minutes passed. At 2:12 a.m., the camera software detected movement on the property, yet no video was recorded. By 2:28 a.m., Nancy's pacemaker monitoring app lost connection with her phone. Pacemakers communicate over Bluetooth, a signal that reaches only a limited range. Its loss suggests she had been moved far enough from the device for the signal to fail. Her phone would later be recovered inside the house, silent and still. It was not until nearly noon that family members arrived, having grown concerned when she did not appear at a friend's home for a streaming church service. What they found demanded immediate action. Deputies discovered blood on the front porch. Subsequent testing confirmed it belonged to Nancy Guthrie. For almost 10 days, the public was left with fragments, with little to guide them. Notes, purportedly demanding millions in Bitcoin, were sent to local media outlets. Savannah Guthrie and her siblings recorded heartfelt pleas, offering what they could to anyone holding their mother, and asking simply for her safe return. Please like the video, subscribe to the channel, and don't forget to press the bell icon so you never miss any of our upcoming videos. Then, on February 10th, the FBI released footage that would shift the course of the investigation. Working through the back-end systems of Nancy's disconnected doorbell camera, digital forensics experts recovered images preserved by the very act of tampering. The footage reveals a figure moving through the pre-dawn darkness, masked, gloved, carrying a backpack, a firearm holstered at the waist. The person lifts a gloved hand to obscure the camera, steps into the front yard, gathers what appear to be flowers, and returns them before the lens. By disconnecting the device, the suspect inadvertently preserved the record of their presence. Forensic analysis has since suggested the figure is between 5'9" and 5'10", of average build, carrying a 25-liter Ozark trail pack. Observers have noted the movements and behavior suggest someone unfamiliar with the meticulous precision of professional crime, yet confident, perhaps recklessly so, in their ability to evade detection. Investigators have questioned whether this was ever intended as a targeted abduction or the chaotic result of a burglary gone wrong. The clumsiness of the camera tampering, the absence of direct communication with the family, and the lack of proof of life all point to uncertainty, to a plan unformed or abandoned. Despite more than 18,000 tips, no named suspect has emerged. Each unanswered lead, each day that passes, adds weight to the silence surrounding Nancy Guthrie's disappearance, a silence that stretches across desert and suburb alike, and into the hearts of those who wait. 2 individuals were taken in for questioning, only to be released without charges. One man, from Rio Rico, Arizona, had been stopped during a routine traffic check south of Tucson after electronic data led investigators to his location. His home was searched, and he was questioned for hours before being released. He told reporters he had no knowledge of Nancy or Savannah Guthrie prior to his detention. Authorities now appear to be moving away from him as a suspect. Please like the video, subscribe to the channel, and don't forget to press the bell icon so you never miss any of our upcoming videos. Another residence, less than 2 miles from Nancy Guthrie's home, was searched by a SWAT team. 3 people were briefly detained during the operation, then released without charges. Sources indicate investigators are also shifting away from considering any relatives of Nancy Guthrie as suspects. With these avenues narrowing, DNA evidence has become central to the investigation. A match in CODIS, the FBI's combined DNA index system, could provide a name, a location, and a lead, and potentially establish a connection to Nancy, her family, or her neighborhood. If no match is found, investigators may turn to investigative genetic genealogy, a painstaking process of tracing DNA through familial lines, moving backward through complex family trees. As CC Moore has explained, this method can take weeks, even months. For an 84-year-old woman in fragile health, who depends on daily medication, time is a precarious and urgent factor. Sheriff Nanos has been measured in his statements. He acknowledges there has been no proof of life since the abduction, but neither has there been proof of death. The investigation continues to expand, methodical and deliberate, seeking answers in the silence that has grown around Nancy Guthrie. Authorities have asked residents within a 2-mile radius of her home to provide any surveillance footage from January 1st through February 2nd, with particular attention to January 11th, more than 3 weeks before she vanished. Reports suggest a potentially suspicious vehicle was captured during that window. Meanwhile, the FBI has increased its reward to $100,000 for information leading to Nancy's recovery or the arrest of those responsible. Please like the video, subscribe to the channel, and don't forget to press the bell icon so you never miss any of our upcoming videos. In a video posted to Instagram marking 2 weeks since her disappearance, Savannah Guthrie addressed the person holding her mother. She reminded them that it is never too late to do the right thing, that they are not lost or alone, and that her family continues to hold hope, believing Nancy is alive. The community has rallied, placing yellow flowers in tribute near her driveway and a banner reading, "Bring her home," at the local news station where Savannah once worked has collected signatures from across the country. Yet, no amount of support or public sympathy can substitute for actionable leads. Each passing day without Nancy reduces the likelihood of a safe recovery, and with every hour, the urgency of the search grows heavier. Nancy Guthrie's pacemaker has been disconnected from its monitoring app for more than 2 weeks. Even under normal circumstances, her family describes her life as marked by constant pain. She moves with difficulty, cannot walk without assistance, and depends on her medication for every heartbeat, every moment of stability. Whoever removed her from her home would need to have accounted for these limitations. If they did not, they are now confronted with a situation that is deteriorating with each passing hour. Please like the video, subscribe to the channel, and don't forget to press the bell icon so you never miss any of our upcoming videos. The next 24 to 48 hours could prove pivotal. A match in CODIS could shift the investigation into a new phase, providing a lead, a location, a name. If no match is found, investigators will continue along alternative paths, including the meticulous work of genetic genealogy, tracing family lines and connections, a process that can take weeks, even months. All the while, time presses against Nancy Guthrie, an 84-year-old woman with chronic heart conditions and persistent pain. She is a mother of 3, a grandmother whose grandchildren's affection surrounds her like warmth, a lifelong member of her Tucson community. She deserves to return home. Her family deserves answers. And anyone with information holds the power to change the course of the search. Authorities urge that tips be reported immediately to the FBI at 1-800-CALL-FBI or to the Puma County Sheriff's Department at 520-351-4900. As the investigation unfolds, it is worth reflecting on the role and limits of forensic science. Over the past 3 decades, DNA evidence has transformed criminal investigation, allowing cold cases to find resolution and the wrongfully convicted to be exonerated. The CODIS database stands as one of modern law enforcement's most formidable tools, containing millions of profiles and producing connections where none seemed possible. In 2018, investigative genetic genealogy identified the Golden State Killer decades after his crimes. That case demonstrated the capacity of DNA to reveal hidden identities, even when direct evidence is scarce. Yet DNA is not infallible. Touch DNA, such as that likely recovered from a glove, can be partial, degraded, or compromised by heat, moisture, or time. The Arizona desert, with its extremes, adds additional obstacles to preservation. And the chain of custody is critical. A glove discovered 2 miles from the crime scene requires proof that it was actually worn during the act. Defense attorneys could, and likely would, challenge its connection to the suspect. This is why DNA recovered inside Nancy Guthrie's home may carry far more weight, its presence tied directly to the scene of the crime. Please like the video, subscribe to the channel, and don't forget to press the bell icon so you never miss any of our upcoming videos. Footage from her doorbell camera offers another layer of context. If the glove matches what the suspect wore, and the DNA can be linked to other evidence within the property, a circumstantial case may emerge. But no combination of evidence yet provides a path to finding Nancy herself. Her pacemaker remains offline, and without its signal, her medical team cannot monitor her heart rhythm or respond to complications. Each hour that passes intensifies the stakes. Her fragile health, her pain, and her dependency on care mean that every moment is consequential. Whoever holds her must contend not just with concealment or evasion, but with the immediate realities of her condition, a responsibility that grows heavier as time slips by. The theory that this was a burglary gone wrong may account for some of the complexities investigators have encountered. A burglar would not have prepared for a hostage, would not have arranged safe houses or set up channels for ransom communication. They would be improvising under pressure. That improvisation carries risk. Mistakes become inevitable, and errors may be shared, knowingly or unknowingly, with others. The ransom notes, sent to media outlets rather than directly to the family, suggest a person unfamiliar with or afraid of direct contact. The notes contain details of what Nancy was wearing, yet the absence of proof of life, combined with missed deadlines, leaves unresolved questions. Does the sender actually have Nancy in their possession? The FBI has committed substantial resources to this investigation. Hundreds of personnel are now involved, from forensic specialists and behavioral analysts to field agents canvassing the neighborhood. Helicopters equipped with Bluetooth detection systems have scoured the skies, searching for signals from Nancy's pacemaker, a technology that might reveal her location. Please like the video, subscribe to the channel, and don't forget to press the bell icon so you never miss any of our upcoming videos. Throughout this ordeal, Savannah Guthrie has remained at the center, withdrawing from covering the Winter Olympics in Milan to focus on her mother. Her siblings, Annie and Cameron, have joined her in video statements over the past 2 weeks, evolving in their message, from initial pleas for communication to the offer of ransom, to Savannah's direct appeal, urging that it is never too late to do the right thing. Those words acknowledge that the person holding Nancy may have been unprepared for the consequences of their actions, that events may have spiraled beyond control. Whether anyone is listening, however, remains uncertain. President Trump has told reporters that should Nancy be killed, he would direct the Justice Department to pursue the most severe federal penalties, potentially including the death penalty. Meanwhile, the black glove recovered from the roadside remains both a symbol of hope and a question mark. It may carry the genetic signature of her abductor, or it may be a dead end. The DNA collected from Nancy's property remains under analysis, and that evidence may yet prove more decisive. For now, investigators wait. The family waits. And somewhere, Nancy Guthrie waits as well. Please like the video, subscribe to the channel, and don't forget to press the bell icon so you never miss any of our upcoming videos. The tip lines remain open. The reward stands at $100,000. Somewhere in the vast Arizona desert, investigators wait for a call, a message, a single thread of information that might break the silence. The search continues against a clock no one can pause. Each hour is another hour an 84-year-old woman with fragile health and chronic pain spends without the medication that sustains her. Every day, without resolution, compounds the anguish of those who love her. The DNA being processed now could alter everything. A single match among 19 million profiles could yield a name, an address, a path to Nancy, or it could return nothing, leaving investigators to navigate the slower, more methodical path of genetic genealogy and fieldwork. Nancy Guthrie deserves to come home, to the grandchildren who adore her, to a community that has gathered around her family, to a daughter who has put her life on hold in the hope of bringing her mother back. The person responsible must face the consequences of their actions. And those watching, those who may hold even a fragment of knowledge, need to understand this. Sharing what you know could be the difference between Nancy returning home or never being found. Call 1-800-CALL-FBI. Call 520-351-4900. Submit a tip online. Do something. Because somewhere in the Arizona desert, the clock continues to run. Please like the video, subscribe to the channel, and don't forget to press the bell icon so you never miss any of our upcoming videos.